Trustwork Consulting Ltd is a non-governmental consulting firm with about 32 experts globally and is into project financing and have access to global funds. Over the years, the group has been able to collaborate with some governments in helping them to secure funds for development projects. Trustwork Consulting Ltd realized that project financing and sourcing for funds from international institutions for developmental projects remain one of the challenges facing most countries today due to lack of expertise. Hence, Trustwork at one of the international workshops held in Ghana, which was attended by chief executives of the MMDAs, was to educate them on how projects can receive funds internationally. They were taken through land acquisition and security framework, securing land for economically viable projects, project identification, execution and management. There was also a presentation on value for money design and development case study of a modern model market complex, model factory complex, bankable model factory development requirements for acceptability for financing, project financing and access to global funds. They were also taken through how to recognize if a project is suitable for funding.
Now, donors who fund or investors are also all the time looking for land that is not encumbered, a litigation-free land. For now, as a country, we are not in a position to quantify the FDI, foreign direct investment, that we've lost as a result of land issues. And if we can quantify it, then really we'll know that Ghana at this time, or we are at a crossroad that indeed we must go beyond aid and rather look at foreign direct investment.
Try and eliminate human beings. Put automation there. You enter, it clicks, it goes, it takes. Lorry terminal, you pay off. Elsewhere, people develop car tax, then they pay off. And it can be done here.
Global Fund cannot give you funding to go and look for funding. We already have the funding, so come to us. So instead of giving the funding to go and look for funding, and when do you pay the interest? So we would in the first place. But what we are saying that, nothing is impossible. If you can make a good business case, we will always look at it. But from the word go, let's look at it project by project basis, and we'll be happy to partner. Thank you.
They can get funding to get their projects going through the appropriate means. The model market mainly was presented for them to appreciate that we have a typical model that can be adapted to suit their system.
GhanaDistrict.com have been in the business for local governance for a very long time. Since 2006, that GhanaDistrict.com, we've been working with the various assemblies. What we do is to ensure that the profile of the various district assemblies are on the internet, so that when anybody wants to know anything about you, they don't have to worry themselves to travel all the way from wherever they have to come to your district. When they just log into GhanaDistrict.com, they go to your region, they locate your district, and everything that concerns your district, it is found over there.
An international financial analyst, Raymond John Stonebank, says the workshop was to educate the participants on how to package the applications to secure funding for projects. He said the time for aid is over and countries are moving into investment and development projects.
I'm very happy to be here to speak to the members on how they can successfully package together applications to private lenders and banks rather than relying on aid. The time for aid for Ghana is over. They are moving forward into the world of private enterprise and investment in their own lives and country.
The head of the local government service in Ghana, Nana Ato Arthur, said the workshop will enable the participants to appreciate the need to support government's developmental policies aimed at achieving national growth.
And it's very important in every organization and MMDAs, including newly inaugurated assemblies, are here to fully participate in this project financing and access to global funds workshop to enable every organization gain the benefits of technical assistance for project proposal development. Investment funds readily available to be accessed by your organizations, including the MMDAs.
Some of the municipal chief executives gave their impressions about the workshop.
What we have to do is we have to tackle the issue from the perspective of the chiefs, maybe the state and the chiefs. How do we ensure that lands are available for development projects? Because if you leave the land in the hands of the chiefs alone, and they sell, and when they are selling, sometimes the problem is they don't even take cognizance of the planning. For example, in my municipality, you plan, and when the chiefs are selling the lands, they don't want to recognize the planning.
If we are able to access some funds, I believe that it will go a long way for us to get the expansion of our markets, and also to get some sort of a shopping mall for the municipality.
In my district, there are issues with regards to land. So this is opening my eyes and my mind to see, to bring on board the key stakeholders that are going to help me acquire land for the model projects.
So land acquisition and the security issues in this country is a major problem that hinders development. For instance, the one district, one factory thing, a policy we want to bring up. If we don't secure the lands, and investors are scared that when they come to acquire the land, there are land guard issues and double sales, triple sales is going to affect the implementation of the program. I think that this workshop will go a long way to give us the input as to how to acquire these lands as a government to secure them for future uses. Because there are some lands that have been acquired by the state, and there's a lot of encroachment on those parcels of land. But from this workshop, I'm sure that moving forward, when we acquire lands, we'll protect them so that it can be secured and safe for investment and for development purposes.
Trustwork Consulting Ltd is hopeful that the workshop will ginger the participants to find innovative ways to generate more funds internationally.